Hi guys, Dr. Judy here. I have a brand new workshop and I have been cultivating this for the last few years. I talk to patients about this constantly and I always get the feedback from patients that they wish they would have known this sooner. Why wasn't this information told to them early on? I said, I don't know. I also wish that I would have learned this information earlier in life. And it took researching and excavating information from all these different professionals, and now I have curated this learning experience called Mobility Dynamics. I myself have a hypermobile body, and actually more people are hypermobile than they realize. There's over 13 types of hypermobility, and most of them are never diagnosed unless they're associated with pathology, like something is very wrong from that hypermobility and causes an issue. So most people never even know, they never get a diagnosis. And like, what does it really mean to be hypermobile? I kind of use it almost as a misnomer or an overgeneralized term. But what I boiled it down to is tissue types. How do we look at the type of tissue that your body made, right? My body made looser tissue, slightly more mobile tissues. So my skin is a little bit looser. When I do the hypermobility test, I can bring my thumb all the way to my forearm pretty easily. My shoulders have a very abnormal range of motion, but I have rehabbed and stabilized these joints, so now I can go into those ranges of motion without it actually causing me injury where it has in the past. And this is the type of thing that I want to share with people. When we have these certain tissue types, there is a recipe for each tissue type on how to care for your body. This movement patterns, the way you activate, the way you mobilize is going to change the way your body ages, the way arthritis impacts your body, the way pain and tightness in muscles can impact your body. Because even as a hypermobile person, especially as a hypermobile person, you can have tight muscles. And I hear all the time, oh, I used to be able to touch my toes when I was young, and now I can barely reach my knees. I'm so tight in my muscles. Yes, because over time, hypermobile bodies or extra mobile tissues will change in response to environment and stresses. I'm gonna go so much deeper into this. It's gonna be so interesting. It's a 3-hour workshop. We're gonna do some learning and some talking. We're gonna explore in our own bodies, and then we're gonna do a whole movement practice around learning the recipes to care for your body. I think it's gonna be such an incredible experience. I'm really excited to share it with you. I hope you are excited to learn about it and wanna join me. Check out my website or my Facebook page to learn more about it, and you can register for all my classes coming up in November at judymoves.setmore.com.